Sean Strickland just got dominated by Dricus du Plessis in 5 rounds. Didn't win one round. Very amazing performance by Dricus. That was UFC 312. Just kidding. There's also another fight. Oops. Okay, let's move that. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Another fight. Amazing fight. I think Zhang Weili stole the night. Zhang Weili absolutely dominated Tatiana Suarez. Tatiana Suarez won the first round, I'll say. And then Zhang Weili dominated from there in the striking and even in the grappling. One of the best championship performances I've seen, and I think this put Zhang Weili, she's definitely one of the greatest greatest women's fighters of all time, if not the greatest. But I do think, there's two people ahead of her, or only one person, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Let's talk about it. UFC 312. Sean Strickland versus Dricus du Plessis. I predicted Sean Strickland to win just barely, and that did not happen at all. This was an all stand-up fight. This was a kickboxing fight, and Dricus dominated Sean Strickland over 5 rounds. First round, Dricus just barely won. Second round, Dricus definitely won. Third round, Dricus definitely won. Fourth round, fifth round, Dricus definitely won. There was a point in the third round where Sean Strickland was hitting some good shots. I think a problem with Sean Strickland this fight was his game plan. I don't think they really had a good game plan for this fight. Also, I didn't think Dricus' striking was going to improve that much. Dricus' striking here was one of the best striking performances we've seen at middleweight in a long time. It was on par with, actually no, I was going to say it was on par with Izzy versus Costa, but Izzy versus Costa, Izzy destroyed Costa. That's probably the best striking performance of all time, but at middleweight. Amazing performance by Dricus, man. I think this is a picture from their first fight. So that's why Dricus looks a little busted up. Dricus in the second fight, in this fight, he was not busted up at all. Sean Strickland broke his nose really bad in, I believe, the fourth round. Broke his nose really bad. Dricus started pushing forward. Dricus was not busted up. He had like a cut over his eye, I think. Sean's nose and mouth was messed up. Very dominant performance by Dricus. Very impressive. I was not expecting that at all. Especially in a tit-for-tat striking battle like that. Sean Strickland, he only wins those. But Dricus went out there and just outstruck Sean Strickland easily, He only shot one takedown this fight, Dricus, and he got it. But then obviously it didn't, like I expected, it wasn't going to do anything to Sean. Amazing by Dricus. Now, who should Dricus fight next? The obvious answer is Khamzat Chimaev. That's the only answer. Now, a lot of people would say Imavov deserves it more, which he probably does deserve it more. He's done way more in the middleweight division and has had really good performances. But they promised Khamzat the shot first. He beat Robert Whittaker, in in 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever. It was like in 4 minutes, whatever. He beat Robert Whittaker in less than a round in very dominant fashion. And they're going to give it to Khamzat, obviously. First of all, because it sells more. Second of all, because they promised it to Khamzat before anyone else, A lot of people were saying Khamzat should have got this title shot instead of Strickland, So they're going to give it to Khamzat versus Dricus next. After seeing how dominant Dricus' striking this fight was, it's going to be a very tough fight for Khamzat if Dricus gets back up, because I believe Dricus' striking is the best at middleweight right now. Actually, I believe Imavov's striking might be better now that I'm thinking of it. If Strickland were to go out there and perform like he did against Dricus now, against Imavov right now, Imavov would win. So, I think it's in between Dricus and Imavov for the best striking. But obviously, it's in between Hamza and Imavov who's going to get the title shot, and they're going to give it to Hamza. So, Hamza versus Dricus next. Amazing. Great fight to make. Now, who should Sean Strickland fight next? After a performance like this, the UFC isn't going to like it that much. And, another person who just lost was Israel Adesanya. I think they should do Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya. Number 2. Put it as, co-main event of a pay-per-view. Maybe fight night main event. Just kidding. Definitely put that on pay-per-view. Sean Strickland versus Israel Adesanya, number 2. That's the only fight to make. And they would love to see... and if Izzy could win that, they would, make the excuse of giving him another title shot, maybe. Or putting him back in title contentions. Perfect fight to make. Everyone would want to see it, too. Do Izzy, even though Izzy probably doesn't deserve to fight the number 1 contender, Sean Strickland, which after this fight, I have a feeling Imavov is going to be moved to number 1, Hamza is going to be moved to number 2, and Strickland is going to be moved to number 3. That's a hot take, but they might just do that in the rankings. Or they'll keep Strickland at number 1. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If Adesanya, even though Adesanya doesn't deserve a fight against a number 1 contender, they're still going to do it, and it makes sense. And it makes sense. Now, Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Absolutely amazing performance. Amazing performance by Zhang Weili. One of the greatest of all time, like I said earlier. Only person I think she should fight next is there's not really much people for her to fight next. She's fought a lot of people already at 115. Do the super fight between Zhang Weili and Valentina Shevchenko. I think that'll be absolutely amazing. Even though I do think Valentina Shevchenko would win, because I think Valentina Shevchenko is the greatest women's fighter of all time. Even better than Nunes. Yeah, I said it. I don't care that she lost to Nunes, whatever. I don't care. These are the 2 greatest women fighters of all time. Nunes, I don't care. Get out of here. Zhang Weili and Valentina Shevchenko are the 2 greatest women fighters of all time. Put them against each other in an absolutely amazing super fight that I know would be a banger. So, yeah. But just such a good performance by Zhang Weili, man. She did this one inside trip that was really cool. Her striking was on point. Her output was on point. Everything about her performance was on point. And then she didn't really slow down in the later rounds either. Amazing performance by Zhang Weili. Absolutely amazing. Put her against Valentina Shevchenko for the super fight. Because also at 125, who is Valentina Shevchenko going to fight? I don't know. Maybe the winner of like a Mackenzie Dern versus someone else. I don't know. I know there's someone I'm missing at 125 too who deserves it. I forgot their name. But yeah, do the super fight. Makes perfect sense. I know Zhang Weili was talking to Alexa Grasso not too long ago about doing a super fight. Zhang Weili versus Valentina Shevchenko. Do it. This can probably main event a pay-per-view. I would actually love to see that. I would love to see this as a main event on a pay-per-view. It would be absolutely amazing. These are the 2 only entertaining women fighters. Do it, man. Do it. Now let's talk about some other fights on the card. I don't care about Jake Matthews. I don't care about Jimmy Crute draw. I don't care. I didn't even get a chance to watch those. I did get a chance to watch Justin Tafa versus Taliesin Teixeira. Amazing performance by Teixeira. Fuck, this is bright. Really bright. Oh my god. 35-second KO. It was an elbow KO. Justin Tafa, idiot fat Samoan. For some reason, he complained to the ref that he didn't give him time. The ref gave you time. You covered up and didn't defend yourself after you got elbowed. Started covering up like this. Weren't defending yourself or trying to change positions or trying to scramble out of there. You got beat and you got knocked out. Taliesin Teixeira, very good. Very nice performance. Would love to see him again. Just give him a ranked fighter or something. Like, bring something new to heavyweight. They're trying with heavyweight to bring new things into there. Put him against a ranked fighter right away. I don't care. Whoa, what the hell? Wang Kong won, as expected. I didn't get a chance to watch this fight either. But let's see. what whatever total strikes. Wow, 104 to 31. Wow, dominant performance by Wang Kong. I didn't really get a chance to watch Colby Thickenese versus Alejandre Taporia, but I saw some highlights. I saw some clips. Looked a lot like his younger brother. Looked a lot like his younger brother. His striking looked good, and his he had that really good suplex. There's another Taporia, and he's at bantamweight. Watch out, guys. So yeah, that's my kind of pretty shitty reaction to UFC 312. Guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. And comment what other videos I should do next. Also, I was really quick with this upload. Give me props. Very quick upload. So yeah, like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Let me know what video I should do next. Peace out.